Hello everyone, welcome to Free Time for Learning. Let's learn about tenses. By end of this video, I will tell you that how we can remember tenses easily by using tenses chart. Please like and subscribe if you like this video. Thank you. Let's learn about some required basic things to understand tenses easily. First, learn about subject. Subject is the person or a thing that is doing an action. Directly, we can say that doer of the action. Let's take an example here. Lalit is eating an apple. Who is doing action here? Lalit. So, who is the subject here? Lalit. Mostly, subject comes before the verb. Next, object. Object is a person or a thing that is receiver of the action or directly affected by the action. If you see here, in this example, who is directly affecting by the action? Apple. Apple is directly affected by the Lalit's action. So, apple is an object. Let's take another example. She made him a sandwich. And who is the receiver of the action? Who is receiving that? Him. Him is the object pronoun. Mostly, object comes after the verb. Next, verb. Verb is an action word that describes what the subject is doing. And here, Lalit, what action he is doing? Eating. So, eat is the verb. And next, helping verb. It is always used with the main verb to express time or tense, like action happened in the past or is happening in the present or will happen in the future. It tells the time. And simply we can say that it tells us the timing of the action. Each tense has one kind of helping verb like do, does, did. Based on that, we can find which tense is that. Here is the example. What is the helping verb in this example? Is. So, by seeing this, we can say that it's a present continuous tense. One more most important topic is first, second, and third persons. Let's take an example here. Rima is talking to Seema about her English teacher. She is telling that English teacher is good in grammar. Here, who is speaking here? Rima is speaking. So, Rima is a first person. Rima is speaking to whom? Seema. So, that listening person is a second person. They are talking about whom? About English teacher. So, English teacher is the third person. I, first person singular. We, first person plural. You, second person singular and plural. He, she, it are the third person singular. They is third person plural. Next, let's learn about what is a tense and how important is it to know about tenses. It's a state of being such as that action happening in present or in past or in future. It tells us the timing of the action. Suppose if I say that yesterday I will go to a movie. After listening this, can you understand this sentence? I am using yesterday, but I am telling that we'll go to a movie. Does it make any sense? So, if you want to be able to convey information to the others clearly, if you want to speak error-free language, you should know about all tenses. Next, here is the chart for tenses. We have 12 tenses totally. There are 3 times present, past, future. And we have a four aspects: simple, continuous, perfect, and perfect continuous. If you see here, if you club these two words, we get a name of the tense. In this way, we can remember names of the tenses easily. Next, see simple and present. Here is the simple present. And next is simple past. Here is the simple past. And simple future. Here is the simple future. You can remember all tenses names like in this way. Next, simple present tense. Here I am going to explain each tense by showing when we are going to use this tense and how to construct a sentence by using verb formation, and will show you that positive, negative sentences and question formation with examples. We use this tense while talking about habits, repeated actions, universal truths, scheduled events in the future. Let's see sentence formation. Subject plus V1, verb first form, plus object. Sentence may have or may not have object. It's not a mandatory. Next one, positive sentence. Positive sentence is nothing but a normal sentence. Let's take an example. He lives in a village. In simple present tense, we have a role. We need to add s or has to the verb based on the subject. Here see, if you see here, always we add s or es to the third person singulars. So, next one. It is the structure formation for the negative sentence. Always do, does, helping verbs comes before the verb. So, here I am taking subject plus helping verbs plus not. As it is a negative sentence, we will get a not here plus V1 plus objects. Take an example for negative sentence. He does not live in a village. In the structure of a question formation, always helping verbs comes first and subject will go after. So, do, does comes first. After that, we need to take a subject plus verb plus object. Here, this is the question formation and take an example. See, does he live in a village? Helping verb does will come first. Does he live in a village? If you observe one thing, any positive sentence, we don't have any helping verbs. We should have helping verbs in negative sentence and question form. Another point is, we added s to the verb in positive sentence, but we have not added s to the verb in negative sentence and question formation. And when we use do and when we use does. See, I, you, we, they. We need to use do. He, she, it. We need to use does. Let's take an examples for each scenario. Habitual actions. He drinks tea every morning. He has a habit to drink tea in the morning. And repeated actions. He always forget his wallet. So, he is repeatedly forgetting his wallet. Universal truths. The sun gives us light. And scheduled events. The train leaves at 5:20 p.m. It's already scheduled. These are the examples. And next, simple past tense. When talking about past actions, we use simple past tense. For already completed actions, we use simple past tense. Sentence formation. Here we are using subject plus V2, verb second form plus object. Here we are not using any helping verb in the positive sentence. Let's take an example. Lalit saw a movie yesterday. Here we are taking verb second form, saw. Lalit saw a movie yesterday. We are not taking any helping verb in positive sentence. Next, negative sentence. Subject plus did. We are taking helping verb did here. As it is a negative sentence, we are taking not plus V1 plus object. Example, Lalit did not see a movie yesterday. If you observe here, we are taking verb first form, not second form. So, Lalit did not see a movie yesterday. Always in question formation, helping verb will come first and subject will go after. Next, verb first form plus object. Here, take an example. Did Lalit see a movie yesterday? We have one important rule in past tense. If you observe in these sentences, we should use V2 form in positive sentence, but in negative and question form, we should use V1 form, verb first form. Next, simple future tense. When we talk about future actions, we use this tense. Sentence formation, subject plus will or shall plus V1 plus object. Here we are using helping verbs will or shall and verb first form. And positive sentence. He will go to market after school. Let's take negative sentence. Sentence formation. Subject plus will or shall plus, as it is a negative sentence, we are taking not plus V1 plus object. He will not go to market after school. Next, question formation. Always in question formation, helping verbs will come first, subject will go after. Will or shall plus subject plus V1 plus object. Example, will he go to market after school? Then, here we are getting V1 forms in every sentence. Next, when we use shall or will, for I, we use shall or will. For he, she, it, will use will. You, they, we use will. Next, present continuous tense. We can use this tense in three cases. First one, when talking about continuous actions at the time of speaking, and for temporary actions, and for near future actions. Sentence formation, subject plus am is or plus verb inform plus object. Example, my father is dancing with my mom. At present, he is dancing with my mom. It's continuous action at present. Next, negative sentence. Subject plus am is or plus. As it is a negative sentence, we are taking not plus verb inform plus object. Example, my father is not dancing with my mom. Next question. In question formation, always helping verbs comes first and subject will go after. So, am is or plus subject plus verb inform plus object. In example, is my father dancing with my mom? Let's see when we use am, is, or. For I, we use am, and he, she, it is, and we, they, you are. Let's take an examples for each one. Continuous actions at the time of speaking. Now, what we are doing now? We are learning English grammar. Next, temporary actions. I am reading a very good book. At present, while speaking, I am not reading any book, but recently I am reading a good book. Next, near future actions. I am going to the cinema tonight. It's a near future. Past continuous tense. When talking about continuous actions at some point of time in the past, sentence formation, subject plus, verb plus, verb form plus, object. Sentence, it was raining yesterday at this time. It was happening at some point of time in the past. At this time in the past, it was raining. So we should use past continuous tense. Negative sentence, subject plus, verb plus, not plus, verb form plus, object. Sentence, it was not raining yesterday at this time. Question formation, word plus, subject plus, verb form plus, object. Sentence, was it raining yesterday at this time? Here, I, see, she, it, we use was. We, you, they, we use were. Future continuous tense. We use future continuous tense when talking about continuous actions at some point of time in the future. Sentence formation, subject plus, will or shall plus, verb form plus, object. Sentence, he will be watching movie at this time tomorrow. He is doing some action at some point of time in the future. That action is continuing at that particular time. Next, negative sentence formation. Subject plus, will or shall plus, not plus, be plus, verb inform plus, object. Next sentence. He will not be watching movie at this time tomorrow. Question formation. Will or shall plus, subject plus, be plus, verb inform plus, object. Question. Will he be watching movie at this time tomorrow? We use shall or will. For he, she, it, we use will. For you, they will use will. Present perfect tense. We can use present perfect tense for just completed actions and to tell experiences. Sentence formation. Subject plus, has or have plus, V3 plus, object. Sentence, he has done his work. He just completed his work. Negative sentence formation. Subject plus, has or have plus, not plus, V3 plus, object. Sentence, he has not done his work. Question formation. Has or have plus, subject plus, V3 plus, object. Question, has he done his work? Here, we are using present perfect tense for completed actions. Then what is the difference between simple past and present perfect tense? Simple past is used for past actions, past completed actions, like yesterday, last week, last year, like that. But present perfect tense used for just completed actions. The actions completed today, recently. In those cases, we use present perfect tense. For I, we, you, they, we use have. For he, she, it, we use has. Past perfect tense. We use past perfect tense while talking about an action completed before certain moment in the past. For example, if two actions happened in the past, it may be necessary to show which action happened earlier than the other. In that situations, we use past perfect tense. Here we have two past actions. One past actions we should write in past perfect. Second action we should write in simple past tense. Next, sentence formation. See here. Here we are using past perfect tense structure formation plus simple past. Subject plus had plus V3 plus object plus simple past tense also. Next sentence. She had done the homework before the teacher asked her. Here we have two past events. First completed action we write in a past perfect tense, and second completed action we write in a simple past. Next, negative sentence formation. Negative sentence. She had not done the homework before the teacher asked. Next, question formation. Had will come first and subject will go after. So, had plus subject plus V3 plus object plus simple past. Had she done the homework before the teacher asked? Future perfect tense. We use future perfect tense when talking about actions that will be completed by a certain time in the future. Sentence formation. Subject plus will or shall plus have plus V3 plus object. Sentence. He will have done it by this evening. He will be completed his action at the time point in the future. Say to sentence formation. Sentence. He will not have done it by this evening. Question formation. We will get will or shall first plus subject. After subject we should write have plus V3 plus object. Question. Will he have done it by this evening? And here for I, we use shall or will. He, she, it, we use will. You, they, we use will. Present perfect continuous tense. We use present perfect continuous tense while talking about an action that started in the past and is still continuing in the present. Sentence formation. Subject plus has or have plus been plus verb informed plus object. Sentence. They have been learning English for 2 years. They have started learning in the past and still they are learning. Still it's continuing in the present. Negative sentence formation. Sentence. They have not been learning English for 2 years. Question formation. Helping verbs will come first. Has or have plus subject plus been plus verb inform plus object. Question. Have they been learning English for 2 years? Here, most important topic is about for and since. We always use for and since in present perfect continuous tense. Always raise a question. What is the difference between for and since? For is used to show a period of time. Since is used to show a point of time. Examples. For 2 hours, for 3 hours, for 2 months, 2 years, etc. Since 5 p.m., since 10 a.m., since 2 o'clock, etc. Here, for I, we, you, they, we use have. For he, she, it, we use has. Past perfect continuous tense. We use past perfect continuous tense while talking about an action that started in the past, continued before a particular time in the past. So, starting point of the action is from the past and ending point of the action also from past tense. Sentence formation. Subject plus had plus been plus verb inform plus object plus with a simple past tense. Sentence. He had been studying for 3 hours before the phone rang. Here we have a two past events. First one, we are talking in past perfect continuous tense, and second one, we are talking in simple past. See, first one, he had been studying for 3 hours and he was studying for 3 hours continuously before the phone rang. Negative sentence formation. Sentence. He had not been studying for 3 hours before the phone rang. Question formation. helping verb will come first. Had plus subject plus been plus verb third form. Question: had he been studying for 3 hours before the phone rang? Future perfect continuous tense. Rarely we use this tense. We use future perfect continuous tense while talking about an action that will have started in the future, will have continued for some time in the future. So, starting of the action in future, ending of the action also in future. Sentence formation: subject plus, will or shall plus, have plus, been plus, verb inform plus object. Sentence: John will have been going to London next month. Native sentence formation. Sentence: John will have not been going to London next month. Question formation. Helping verbs will come first, will or shall plus subject plus have plus been plus verb inform. Question: will John have been going to London next month? Here, for I, we use shall or will. He, she, it, you, they, we use will. Finished 12 tenses successfully. Thanks for watching. Now I am going to show you how to remember all tenses easily. I made a chart with all tenses to give you a clarity cut idea on tenses. Let me tell you the easy way to remember. First, make this chart, stick onto your wall. Just revise 5 minutes every day before going to bed. In that way, the blueprint of this chart will register in our mind. While revising, just observe 3 things. What is the use of this tense? What are helping verbs? And what is the verb formation? Just observe these 3 things daily. Next, let's discuss some easy points to remember. Here in all simple tenses, we are using V1 verb form, except in simple past tense. In simple past tense, in positive sentence, we are using V2 form. Other than this, remaining all V1 forms. And here, what are the helping verbs? In simple present, do, does. In simple past, did. And in future, will or shall. And here, in all continuous tenses, we are using we ing form. Helping verbs are in present continuous tense, is am are. In past continuous tense, was were. In future continuous, will be shall. Next, in all perfect tenses, verb formation is V3. Helping verbs are in present perfect tense, we are using has or have. In past perfect, we are using had. In future perfect we are using will have, shall have. And next, perfect continuous tenses. In all perfect continuous tenses, we are using again we inform. Helping verbs are in present perfect continuous tense, we are using has or have been. In past perfect continuous, we are using had been. In future perfect continuous, we are using will or shall have been. Next is, see here. Here we are using V1 other than positive sentence in simple past. Next we are using V informs. Again we are using V3 forms in perfects. Here we are using V informs. So, and here see, if you observe future tenses, will or shall, will be, shall be, will have, shall have, and will have been, shall have been. And here we have common things: had been, has or have, and has or have been. If you get been here, we can remember that we are getting we inform. Always we feel difficult to remember helping verbs. We usually speak wrong helping verbs. To avoid that, Just oral these helping verbs on time every day. In that way, it's habituated to our mouth easily. Then we can speak proper helping verbs without thinking. Just speak out and just oral it one time every day. I do, you do, we do, they do. Like I shall, we shall, I am, he is. Like that way, oral it one time, then we can remember easily. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. Thank you.